What's shaking and baking, all you hip, cool cats? Hope all of you are doing well. My name is Kit. Welcome to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that ring bell notification. That way, all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. And today, we sort of have a sequel happening, and it has to deal with a video from JonTron titled Kid Nation. And look, watching that video, I was absolutely disgusted not only with the show producer, but the board of directors that greenlit it, and the parents that just said bye-bye to their kids as they were sent to Bazinga Town or Bonanza or Banana Town, whatever the hell it was in the Wild West. I mean, God almighty, it's a terrible idea. And now this video is sort of a sequel to it, where it's titled Jimmy Tells All, Kid Nation exclusive from JonTron. Now, as always, for all the videos that we react to, number one, the original link is in the description box below, so please, 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 please support the original content creators. We do that for all the YouTube videos we react to because, let's face it, a lot of time and effort is made into making these videos, and supporting the original content creators is the right thing to do, and we here at Chicago Reacts encourage all of you to do that, so please get to it right away. It's what a hip, cool cat would do, and all you guys and gals are awesome. That's right, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right now. I think you are awesome. But now we're going to find out about Jimmy. That's right, Jimmy, the kid who had the foresight, the brains, to realize that Kid Nation and Bazinga Town, Bonanza Town, whatever it's called, was a bad idea. And he upped and left. So let's go check out this exclusive one-on-one interview. JonTron, Jimmy, let's check it out. So, as always, since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready to check out this video in a 3, a 2, a 1.
Hello, my hair is getting so large it is acquiring its own gravity field and or sentience. This video is brought to you by
I can relate to that. My hair's grown out over the ages. If you've been watching Chicago Reacts from the beginning, you'll remember I actually had short hair.
Ridge Wallet. That's right, the wallet that holds up to 12 cards as well as cash. With over 30,000 5-star reviews and a lifetime warranty to boot, they're the last wallet you'll ever have to buy. And best of all, they've got over 30 colors and styles to choose from, so you can pick the one that's right for you. So if you're still using a bulky old wallet like this, why don't you head over to ridge.com/JonTron and use code JonTron to save yourself 10% and get free worldwide shipping and returns.
Looks cool.
And not to mention, this beauty makes a perfect gift for Father's Day, which is coming up. Don't be a bad son or daughter.
Ha, 2020. What an innocent year. It's not like anything bad happened. All I know is my January was pretty good to me, you know. I was in Japan, really enjoyed it, had a great time there. Last time I was on vacation. Did anything really important happen in 2020? It's a blurring effect. I can't remember. Something happened in 2020. It's probably not important.
Daughter.
Last time on JonTron, John took a plunge into the world of Jonathan Kosh and Kid Nation. Today we catch up with Jimmy from New Hampshire to find out if he's still 8 years old and to ask the hard-hitting questions. If you haven't watched part 1, do so now or I'll scream. Link in the description below.
Very good.
What may have seemed like the ending there was really just the beginning for us. We had to get down to the bottom of what actually happened at Kid Nation. And I'm very pleased to announce we have a very special guest joining us here today. So everyone, please put your hands together for Jimmy Flynn!
Jimmy! Jimmy!
Sorry, we gotta take precautions here. All right, it's gonna spray you down first, Jimmy. All right, sorry about this. It's for your own good. Okay, let's go. All right, Jimmy, just come on over this way. Have a seat over there. Thanks again for coming on.
Of course, it's an honor, John.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Trust me.
Jeez. John's taking a lot of precautions in this video. 2020? Something happened? Probably not important.
Look at you. You're all grown up. You're a big boy now.
Not 8 years old.
The fuck are you laughing at? You think this is funny? This isn't funny. This is serious. This was child abuse. What happened to you? It's great to have you here. Can I offer you anything before we start? Crack you a can of Bush's baked beans?
Sure.
Nice. Sorry. This should hydrate you before we.
Thank you very much.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I'm sorry. So this is the real Jimmy. This is the real. He's really here. This is him. Jimmy, we have a lot of questions for you. I'm sure everyone watching at home, I'm sure everyone is curious. I'm curious. We're all curious, but we want to get the real scoop from somebody who's really there. You say your memory's a bit fuzzy then, right?
Yeah, it was 13 years ago, so a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, so you were 8 then, and you are 21 now? Mm-hmm. Okay, so just tell us, what we really want to know is, was it as real as it looks?
So people didn't, so when they say no adults, I mean, they meant no parents. Obviously,
Okay.
there's cameramen and stuff.
Yeah.
People thought there was no cameraman or anything like.
That's what I was saying. I figured the cameraman wasn't like a toddler.
I wasn't a robot, yeah.
A robot, or I wouldn't even think of robot. I was thinking like a toddler, but. Wait, so yeah, there's adults manning the stations, the cameras
Yes.
and stuff.
And every now and then they would dictate some things you did. Like I found so I was on the poor team. Okay.
The poor team?
The poor team.
Oh, you mean like the laborer
grade.
class?
Yeah.
Do we have that down here? See? There you were. Child feudalism. That's you down there, see?
Oh no. So he's part of the poor team. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, that's the thing about reality TV. Hold on. I'm going to keep my pausing at a minimum here, folks. I will. Scout's honor, because this is an interview. I got to hear this thing out. As for some of you know who've watched Chicago Reacts or have seen me play on Chicago Plays on the Twitch channel when I had a little bit more free time to play some video games, I'm a huge fan of Hell's Kitchen. I love that show, Hell's Kitchen. It's my guilty pleasure. However, you know, I must call into question just what exactly is real, what's being scripted, and that's the thing with all reality TV. That is sometimes some stuff is scripted. So I'm curious. I'm curious to find out about that. So apparently Jimmy was part of the poor team, but you know what? He was part of the smart team when he got up and said, "I'm up out of here."
You were there.
Yep, I see that. Mhm.
You were right there in the laborer class.
I was one of the damned, yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that. Anyway, so you go on.
So we got like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 buffalo nickels, which was the currency.
Buffalo nickel.
They were just silver with buffaloes on them.
Yeah, fair enough. Currency of the Old West.
And I spent all my money in the candy shop and on root beer because I was 8 years
So
old.
you were going to a payday advance like right after that, weren't you? You were trying to get a welfare check.
Yeah, I wanted.
You were waiting in the unemployment line.
Yeah, I was, and so I didn't have any money, but like for the most part, I spent all of it, and then
You gotta save,
the
Jimmy.
camera.
Come on.
I didn't know what saving was. I didn't.
It was 8. I'm way too young for this.
And so some of the cameramen were like, "Oh, look what we found here," and they would kick some dirt and be like, "Oh, it's a buffalo nickel. You should pick it." But they planted it.
Yes.
Oh, they just would like throw you more money.
Yeah. 'Cause,
So
like,
was it a real functioning economy? I mean, to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, like I would go. I didn't even know we had a general store. I didn't know that. They didn't communicate that with us. I just knew that there was a candy store and a soda shop.
It sounds like they didn't clue you in on much then.
Yeah, I also probably wasn't listening very well because I was 8
Yeah.
and I don't listen.
Jimmy,
Very
come on. Did they give you like food that wasn't shown, or did you really have to eat what they cooked?
So for the most part, we ate what they cooked, and they had like it was horrible.
What the kids cooked?
Yeah, it was shit. It was horrible.
I knew it. So they really weren't feeding you. You had.
Oh, the kids are geez. Great. Now I'm calling a video where I'm laughing at kids basically not eating quality food and potentially maybe starving. Does it make me a bad person? Yeah. But holy cow. Let's ask ourselves, okay? This one big question. Again, logistics-wise. The bad people are the TV producers, the board of directors, the showrunners, and the parents that let this thing happen. Their madness and insanity is the reason why I'm laughing right now. So I'm going to focus the blame on them. So there you go. It's their fault that I'm laughing.
Had to feed
They fed us-
yourselves.
To my memory, they fed us one time, and it was after the big.
One of the kids started to look real pale, like
Yeah,
his
I was
foot
yeah,
started to
after,
numb.
after the after, we got trench foot. No, after the like the big event, we came back and everybody there was no time to cook because we did the event. We were all like freezing because it was It was very cold. Oddly enough, it's cold in New Mexico at night. And so they had this.
Oh no!
I didn't like vegetables very much, but I remember it was a weirdly cooked chicken breast, and then like this purple. I'm assuming it's cabbage now, but I didn't know what it was at the time.
Some purple
It
substance.
was purple stuff, and it wasn't good.
Oh my god.
I did not eat very well. Because other than that, we had
So the whole.
dusty pancakes and molasses syrup.
So they just said, children, make your own food, really eat it, and stay alive, and there's no problem with this.
Oh no!
One of the intervention they had people just walk around making sure you're hydrated. Because they couldn't have people passing out, so
Okay,
there was just,
that'd be bad for ratings.
yeah, they had this one assistant who was always giving me Gatorade. Oh, and they gave us this dust to brush your teeth. You had like little,
What?
you do this and you,
Could have just picked it off the ground.
No, what? Okay, I'm gonna keep my positive to minimum. I'm sorry, but this is god awful torture. This is human torture here.
Dust?
well, it wasn't dust. It was a little canister with like powder that you'd
Okay.
rub on your teeth and then spit.
I guess the main question is, to what degree was that really like just you versus the elements? How much intervention was there?
There was enough just to get us by, but other than that, I didn't think there was a whole lot. Cause I like I said, like, okay, so when I'm sleeping, I had a mattress that was probably this thick, and then a
What?
blanket that was the thickness of this carpet.
What? They really did that to you?
I'm like, and then my pillow, I didn't have one, so I used my red puffy coat. I'd puff it up and use it as a pillow. And I had long hair, so I got cut in the zipper a few times.
Wait, but that must have been like legitimately scary for you a little bit, right? Was it?
I also shared it with like 4 or 5 other boys I just met.
Oh God!
There was no way out of it until the first
Right?
town hall
Yes.
meeting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You were forced for the first 4 days.
Because I love how they're like, don't worry, this isn't some kind of crazy show. You can get off. Just you gotta wait like 2 weeks. Like that's really what they did, right? So that's not fake. You couldn't elect out.
Not that
God.
if I really like threw a tantrum, they probably would. But
Suppose you could have run in a different direction until
they
nobody
had,
found you.
They had like a wall of like security people like really far off to
Really?
like make sure that no weird people or no animals like that.
So not only were these kids forced to stay there for a couple of days before they could opt out, they had security surrounding them. Oh God! Oh Jesus! Oh, that's. Oh man! Oh, that board of directors, that showrunner, those parents. Oh my God! Ah, man, scumbags. Probably should have parents weren't aware of just how bad things were. But still, I mean, come on. I mean, these parents should have at least put 2 of their brain cells together and been like, hey, wait a minute. My kid's going to be out there by themselves facing off against the elements. Are they really going to be protected? Ah, forget it. Just sign the waiver.
Weird
But
people.
it was like Hands Across America. Is that what it's called? The thing in the movement,
I'm not sure.
or something like that. But they literally had people like surrounding the
A
town.
chain link like this?
They weren't
Holding
literally
hands?
chained, but they looked like they were.
I think I'd be concerned if a weird man just showed up at the border of a random ghost town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So wait, yeah, no. Did you like? Were there scorpions in there?
I never saw a scorpion. I saw jackrabbits,
A jackrabbit.
and
That's
I
terrifying.
tried to murder
Okay.
them.
Oh, I remember
Sorry,
that.
PETA, but I mean, like,
To a certain degree, you can't get all the scorpions out of the area.
I don't know if they put down their scorpion repellent,
Pesticide bomb.
but I didn't see anything.
Did anybody see any critters that were dangerous?
Not that I know of. I think that's what the people. When we were out like jackrabbit hunting, we weren't really far off the area, but like we had obviously people like accompany us. We saw this. I remember seeing like cows and bulls, but they were tagged, so they like
Right.
belonged to a farm. They weren't
Not
wild.
just wild
They
cows.
weren't. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if there are wild cows, but
Very dangerous and a bit rude, if I'm being honest. No, but the thing is, right? Because I was wondering. I was like,
Wait. Hold on. Jackrabbit hunting. Do they have these kids hunt their own? Oh, man. Oh, no. Terrible.
because they're making you sleep in these dusty old cabins with like, you know, probably space between the floorboards, right?
yeah.
So I'm surprised you didn't come across any.
I wasn't there very long, so maybe there's some.
I'm
hidden
curious.
tales.
I'm curious if anyone else. If anyone else from Kid Nation knows if there were critters in or around your area, I want to know. That was a legitimate thing that I was wondering about. So you had to feed yourselves. You really were pretty much open to the elements. Like, was it insulated? Was it cold at night in there?
Oh, it was freezing. Because Yeah, it was really,
They
really
didn't
cold.
even keep you warm. You're
I
only a
shivered.
kid.
I shivered every night.
You shivered.
Yes.
They really genuinely put, like, because, like, the thing is, I'm just trying to figure out where the line between reality TV and they really are putting a kid in nature.
It was pretty, all right, so we had these crappy old houses, and then they stuffed like 6 of us in there. Tiny thin mattresses, very thin blankets. In the middle of the night in Mexico, it's freezing. I'd have to wear like full clothing. I wouldn't be able to go in like PJs. I had like sweatpants and stuff.
I feel like there were a couple times at camp like that, but it was always like.
So here's the thing. I learned that lesson that the desert can get very cold at a young age. Look, the desert isn't always hot, folks. Don't believe those wonderful Saturday morning cartoons. The desert can be cold and brutal and unforgiving. And to quote a great Jedi who once said, "I hate sand. I don't like it." Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence, all you lovely, lovely, beautiful people. Yeah, the desert's not something to screw around with. It can get cold in the goddamn desert. It doesn't care. It's not warm in the desert at night.
Like a little bit monitored. On the bus, when you were all coming in,
Yes.
did they tell you where you were going?
No, that bus ride was like 2 hours, and we had no idea. I remember I was just so we were at staying at some random New Mexico hotel, and I was on the bus. I remember just like I was on the window seat, and I was like looking out the window. And I saw my mom and my sister, and we just like drove away, and I was like, shit, this is real. And then like,
Wow.
and then we drove forever, and they never told us. They were like,
Whose idea was it for you to get on this show?
go on the show. I think it was like my mom's. I mean, like I was kind of interested in acting when I was little, and so I auditioned for this, like the new role. But
You weren't gonna have to do any acting.
Little did I know. And so we went to an audition in Boston, and like they were like, "Oh, we like you, but you're too young." And that was when I was 7, so it was a year before. And then the next year they were like, "Oh, I guess they still liked me." So they were like, "You're 1 year older, so you're better now."
Well, they called your mom up and said, "We got the perfect role for him. We're gonna strand him in a random location. You can't come.
Yes.
If you call the police, we'll come for you. We have people." You got a call from like an acting agency to your mom, and you were trying to do acting. You weren't like, "I'm so ready for this social experiment."
Yeah, I was more into the playing a character.
Jeez, talk about an awkward car ride home, plane ride home. Hey, Mom, I was starving in the goddamn desert.
And being in a nice movie set like this or something, and then
You didn't know. Thank you, by the way, for saying
Instead-
this is a nice movie set here in my actual basement. It is pretty sick, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome,
It's
dude.
sick. It's a
Yeah.
sick movie set.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So you weren't trying to get in a social experiment. Like, did you know that it was going to be like real, or did you think this was going to be fake? Like, what was the when you got off the bus? Did everybody suddenly realize it's more real than they thought?
I mean, I went in with like a whole different idea. Like I was like, oh, I want to be like coolest kid.
Oh.
Basket. I'm gonna have a fun time. Like I was expecting it to be more like an adventure. Like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Right.
No
Like
parents. Let's like drink root beer until like midnight. No one can tell us our bedtime kind of thing. I was like, oh, this is great. I got there. It was horrible.
Right. If I were a kid, I think I would think the same thing. Like, did you have any concept at that age of like, oh, it's reality TV, but it's probably not going to be like totally real?
So I grew up watching Survivor. Like my parents and my
Right.
family would always watch it, and that seems very authentic. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a kid Survivor, but like there was a decent amount of intervention, and I think it was mainly because it was just like everywhere you turn there was a camera. It's something you don't really realize when you're watching, is that when
Right.
you're actually there, there's like cameramen everywhere.
So what did your parents think of this whole thing?
I mean, so in the beginning they were all for it because it sounds like a cool adventure. Like, oh, he's gonna go out. Like it sounded like a little bit more extreme summer camp.
It
It was a lot worse.
Yeah.
But when I came back, they were like, my mom was very glad that I came home because she didn't realize how much she would like miss me after
Right.
having to like leave her child in New Mexico and go back to New Hampshire.
And how long were you there from the time you got off the bus to the time you left?
So so I was at Bonanza City for 4 days.
Bonanza.
days.
And then when I left, I think it was like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
I was in a hotel with one of like the PA. Do you call them PAs?
Production assistant.
Yeah. One of the PAs. I was just like in a hotel with it. That sounds really bad. Let me.
That does. I'm gonna. Was he?
We were turned-
Was he hands off? Did he let you do what you wanted?
It
Okay.
was 2 different hotel rooms. He was just like brought me to like the mall. We were having a fun time. Great guy.
Hands
Not
off
weird.
or hands on?
Very
Very hands off. Very good. Because Oh boy, jeez, awkward landmine.
Hands off.
Okay, so has this like followed you? Did your schoolmates find out about this and stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I was the only kid from New Hampshire on it, so like it was talk of the town.
Right.
Yeah, it aired in my 4th grade. Everyone was like fine with it. And then I think as we got older and we got into that prepubescent, like, I got a lot of backlash from it. A lot of, yeah.
Backlash. I don't understand. See, whenever I hear about this, like, backlash from, like, wouldn't you think people would be like, oh, that's Jimmy, the sick kid from Kid Nation?
It was like, ah, you're
you
bitch.
got put in the desert by producers. Like, what? Why would they make fun of you for that?
Because I left early and I cried, and they're like, I
You
don't
left early and
cry.
You were 8.
8 years old.
Apparently, I'm the only person that cries.
You were not the only in the episode that I watched. Play the clip. Look at all them crying. Everyone cried. They all. That's what I was.
Yeah, they're all crying, and not to mention, hey, whatever happened to that one kid who said she wanted to bring world peace to Africa? I mean, come on. Hey, it's been a couple of years. Did you bring world peace to Africa? Huh? Did you? Did you bring world peace to Africa? Because I don't think she did. And I'm really upset with that because I thought she was going to do that, and I believed her.
I was gonna say, that's how I felt like I knew this was real. Like half the kids break down eventually, and I'm like, that's what I really want to know. That one scene where do you remember? There's a scene where you're just crying somewhere
in the back of a barn.
Did you really run away?
I actually did run away, and then the producers, or the Karen, found me like, hey Jimmy, can we film you?
He did. That's what I said. I made fun of.
Oh no!
He's just like, yeah, give me more of that.
Well, they asked, like, do you mind if we film you? Like, this will be pretty good. And I was like,
This will be good.
Oh no!
I was like,
This will be good.
yeah.
Jimmy, I know you have no concept of anything. You're
Oh God! Oh God, that's terrible. Everyone who worked on that show are scumbags. Hold on, I'm rewinding that.
It's really what happened.
He came up to
He's just like, yeah, give me more of that.
well, they asked, like, do you mind if we film you? Like, this will be pretty good. And I was like,
This will be good. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was like,
This will be good.
yeah.
Jimmy, I know you have no concept of anything. Your prefrontal cortex isn't even grown in yet. This is gonna be great for ratings. Can you keep the waterworks coming?
I was like, whatever it takes.
Honestly, what? Because I joked about that, but I'm like, because my feeling was, you filming an 8-year-old crying.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
No.
You can't be like Haley Joel Osment when you see him crying on an AI or whatever movie when he's a kid actor.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, so he learned to cry. But when a kid's like, you're like, oh, jeez. I couldn't believe anybody could just sit there and be like, because like silently like.
Yeah, kind of heartless.
So were there any was there a fallout from this? Was there like a lawsuit or anything?
I did not sue them, but they were sued a bunch of times. So kids drink bleach.
Jimmy, this is the first I've heard of that.
So
Glad you're here to tell me about it. So you go ahead and tell us about the bleach.
yeah. So I was not there for that part, but
Okay, what the hell?
kids don't know how to clean things very well. So they're like, this is dirty glass. Bleach.
You mean they washed the glass
They instead of washing it with soap and water or just hot water, they used bleach to clean it.
and then drank from it?
And then they didn't wash it out very well. Next glass,
Did they get sick? Did they get
the
sick?
ambulance came.
Oh my God! But like, was it like a real reaction from drinking bleach, or, or was it a preventative ambulance?
I mean, there's no way you feel good after drinking bleach.
Wow.
Another girl got burnt, like got really.
Burnt?
I don't know how bad, but she got oil burns when she was
Still have her
cooking.
face?
Probably, hopefully, maybe.
Well,
Holy sh! Hold on, wait, audience, hold on, listen. Because I'm gonna have to look this up after this, but... Did you ever watch Kid Nation? Or check it out? Because holy God, I think some crimes were committed. And a lot of abuse. Hey, hold on. John, hopefully you'll ask him this question. Did any kids come home alive, or is one of them dead in Bonanza, Bazinga City?
oh,
Probably
you
not.
haven't seen it, so maybe it's
Yeah.
not there. Wait, no. So she got burned how?
She was cooking, and again, kids don't know how to cook, so they're like, I need at least 3 cups of oil in this pan.
Oh, and
so
it like sizzled out.
yeah,
Yeah.
not deep frying it. They just were trying to cook it, like sizzled
my
out.
God.
And I think, pretty sure they got sued for that.
They-
Those are the only 2 I know.
Because
of.
I've never heard of it, and when you try to buy this thing online, there's one clip of this show online Everywhere that it's listed, you can't buy it. It's not for sale. I assume the lawsuits they try to bury this thing.
Yeah, I think so too. But they gave well, at least me. I shouldn't speak for everybody else. They gave me a DVD of every episode, so I have all of them.
Okay, was there really one bathroom only?
Yes. Well, for the guys, no, because I peed behind almost
Wherever you
every
wanted.
bar. Yeah.
The benefit of being a guy. There you go. Anywhere you could go, it's a win-win.
I pee wherever I want.
Okay.
Yeah. I pee
Wait,
wherever I
so
wanted.
was there really just one house for 40 kids?
Yeah. So it was actually right outside my room, and the funny thing was, if I woke up, there was a line of like 20 kids waiting to use the outhouse, and I didn't like.
So that's really real.
that was really real.
Because I was wondering, I'm like,
Oh my God!
Yeah.
40 kids, one outhouse? There's gonna be a line. The math shows the line.
Yeah.
And there was 20 kids waiting for the one outhouse.
That's why I peed outside for the most part.
Jimmy, see, you really were the smartest one.
I
was.
Yeah, and then I also.
Girls have a bit of a problem with that. Just how does a girl pee on the outside?
Well, hey, once again, us men win. There you go. Awkward time to pause. John looked holding like that too.
On the side of the house? Sorry, I didn't mean to spray you there. I gotta just ask one more time. One, there's no other way to relieve oneself.
No, and I did not defecate while I
You
was
didn't?
there.
Jimmy, you didn't drop the kid. Your parents dropped their kids off, but you didn't drop your kids off at any pool.
I saw the outhouse. I saw a girl come out. I went in, and I just saw a lot of poop, and I was like, I can't do
saw
this.
a lot of poop.
So I got out, and I just
You
did not
cracked
go.
open. You saw the scene. You saw the crime scene. You tried to bleach it from your mind. Not literally this time. Wait. So can you just expand on the statement? I saw a lot of poop.
I was afraid that if I sat down, it would go in me,
I need to get more up in there.
and I didn't want that to happen.
God
so I was
knows
like,
you have enough boiling up inside.
and so I was like, I can't do
You
this.
don't need an insertion.
All right, hey, I'm going to open this up to our viewing audience. If you ever went to summer camp as a kid, and you realized you were outside your element, what kind of dumb things did you think of would happen to you? All right? Type it in the comment section below. Holy cow, that's crazy.
Now I look back, I don't know who would ever empty it. So like it would literally just pile up.
So nobody emptied it.
I don't think so, because when I went in, it was kind of a tower.
It was a tower.
Oh,
I was
no.
wondering, like, if this really was. So they genuinely were like, do you want to watch cartoons, kids? Or would you like to have sanitation? Did you guys take showers?
So for the first 3 days, we did not take a shower. But after our big like event, when it had like all the colored water all over us, then we took a shower for like.
Where were those showers?
They had them in like little trailers.
So they could have brought you more porta potties.
Yes.
They just didn't wanna.
Yes.
They wanted to torture you on purpose.
Yes.
Did Jonathan Karsh have his own bathroom?
I think he had his own trailer. I'm pretty sure he had a nice luxury bed.
Okay, I gotta ask you about Jonathan Karsh. It's a creepy, strange alien lizard man, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a scumbag. Jonathan Karsh, on behalf of everyone who has heard of your name, right here, buddy. Right here. Here, double dose.
I think it was.
You think he was a reptilioid? Because whenever he was talking to you guys, he was very direct. He was just like, you are looking like easy pickings down there.
Yeah, he would repeat the same lines over and over again because it would be like, oh, that take wasn't good enough. So he was
Really?
very robotic. He'd be like, in our town's objective is this. And then they'd be like, all right, and say it again. Then he would say, in our town's objective. So he would repeat things over and over again. So we were really like, yo, what the fuck's
You were just
going
like,
on?
is this guy like broken?
Yeah.
It always kind of looked like he was talking at you, not really to you.
Oh, he definitely was. I mean, also, like when I left, he just like towered over me. He was just like looking down. He was like, bye, bitch.
That's how there was a few things, because we do media, we know certain tricks of the trade, and I noticed certain things that were like you could not fake. Like you were looking up at this towering man, like You're giving him this kind of look, and I'm like, my God, Jimmy's truly like in awe, because normally like at that age, adults talk to you kind of in a different way.
They maybe get down to your level and you try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Nah.
But he's just like,
Power figure.
well, I guess you're leaving, little boy. The door is that way. It was weird. I really thought it was weird. Were you creeped?
Jimmy, you were so brave in leaving. Oh, jeez, this is gonna haunt me now. You were brave in leaving because you wanted to keep on living. There you go.
Out by him?
I was a little, I didn't feel safe around him, I'll say that.
You got it from the source. He didn't feel safe around Jay Karsh, the king. I don't know if you saw. Here, give me that. We put him right. That's where he was in the feudal economy. He was right there. He was king. Jay Karsh. I call him Jay Karsh. What did you guys call him?
I didn't know his name.
You didn't know his name? That man? That specter that shows up
Yeah.
and taunts me with stars? So they didn't tell you about the star until you didn't know about it until you left.
I think I knew about it like on the flight home. Because when I went in, my mom alluded to the idea like, oh, maybe you'll be able to win money. So they might have told her. I'm gonna confront her about that.
How'd you feel when you found out you lost a chance at the star without even knowing?
I was a little bit pissed. I was like, because they didn't tell it. I don't know if that would have kept me around, but it certainly would have had a fact. It would have had a push to make me stay.
We wondered that because you walked out and then he's like, all right, here it is.
Yeah, I didn't know until like a few days later. I was like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Do you know what happened to Jared 3 years before that day?
Today has been the worst day in 3 years.
I've been wondering that myself because I'm worried for him. I don't know what happened 3 years ago.
Something really bad happened
Something
to
really
him.
bad happened to him.
What happened to you, buddy?
I'm scared.
Oh no.
So you said you were on the news about it?
Yeah. So I went on when I was 8, but it aired a year later. And so I was on the news, like, or there were like some fucking news channel, like around the time it was aired, and they were like, oh, we feel bad. You missed out on your chance to win a gold star, so we got you one for the studio. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get money. Oh, I was like, look at this. I was like, wow.
That one's rounded. It doesn't even look like
And it's also
a
a paperweight that I accidentally broke.
Oh, it's a paperweight. How'd you break it? Enraged that people keep screwing me over. I'm just a little boy.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, this is probably worth $7.
I could see that at least. You could probably get it for $5.99 on Amazon. Maybe not these days. That doesn't even look like the same kind of star.
No, it doesn't.
It's kind of small.
So what are you up to these days? What have you gotten up to?
I'm going out to medical school in the fall.
Medical
All
school.
right, good.
He's going to save lives. See, that's what happens to people who go through traumatic life events.
That's right, Jimmy.
Medical school for what field?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking like oncology right now, but I mean, it's probably gonna change.
Oncology. What's oncology?
Cancer.
Okay, I don't ever do this. I'm gonna pretend I knew what oncology was because I don't want to look that dumb. I know what most fields are. I didn't know the cancer field is called oncology.
It's a weird name. It's a really weird name.
Yeah. So Jimmy, what field are you going into?
Right now I think I'm gonna go into oncology.
Oncology. For all those of you who don't know, that's the cancer one. I knew that. I didn't ask off screen. So you should all feel stupid out there for not knowing that. Okay, so yeah, you're going into the field for like research or actual surgery or what kind of...
I'm thinking like I hope probably both, like research and like clinical work, like working with patients.
Nice, brilliant. Well, Jimmy, you seem like you're a real nice, cool guy. Has anyone ever described you that way? Told you that?
No.
Oh.
Has anyone ever been nice to you?
People are nice to me.
Well, Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on. But before you leave, we've got a little something for you. We wanted to right this wrong, okay? And we wanted to finally give you that star we feel you deserved. That's right. Bring it out, boys. There we go. Sorry, that's the best we can do. We're out of magenta on the printer. We can't go out and get any. Everything's closed. So here you go, Jimmy. How do you feel? There it is. That QR code. You just scan that. One free Big Mac. No drink though. I'm sorry. Let me disinfect that for handing it over to you.
There you go. Why is he disinfecting it? Did something happen in 2020? I don't remember. It's probably not important.
Gotta be a bit thorough there.
There you go.
All right. There it is for the big guy.
Say,
How do you feel, Jimmy?
complete.
There you go.
You scan that code. 1 free Big Mac. No drink though. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We got to work with the times where. Yeah, hold that up. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Winner.
Wow.
There you go.
All right, Jimmy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, John.
For sure, man. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not an interviewer. So I just have one final question for you. What do you regret more, Kid Nation or JonTron?
This has been a pretty shitty experience.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna kill you.
But seriously, what happened to that kid who said she wanted to bring world peace to Africa? Seriously, what happened to you? Did you bring world peace to Africa? Because if you didn't, that makes you a liar. And, you know, if you're a liar, you're going to hell. All right. There's a lot to unpack here. First of all, shout out to JonTron and his team for actually speaking to Jimmy to do a sit-down interview in regards to what happened with Kid Nation. Holy cow. A kid got burnt. Other kids got poisoned by drinking bleach. They were crapping in one outhouse, and a tower of poop was being made. There was a ring of security guards keep making sure no one goes in or out. Holy cow. I bet each of those kids had an awkward conversation with their parents as soon as they got home. So, all right. I know I could look it up on Wikipedia, but I'm going to give all of you, the brave initiated, a chance to shine out. You know the rules are. Wherever you're at, whether you're at a funeral, a wedding, at the hospital about to be operated on, about to be sentenced to jail in a courtroom, if you're watching this YouTube video, you scream out at the top of your lungs, now's my time to shine. What the hell happened with Kid Nation? If you've watched the series from beginning to end, what overall happened? How the hell did they cover it all up? We need to know the story. So somebody write in detailed paragraphs what happened. Regale this YouTube comment section with the story of Kid Nation. We need an expert, a brave expert. And by the way, bonus points for the kid to come forward who said she wanted to bring world peace to Africa. Did you succeed in doing that? Did you succeed? Tell us your story. We need to hear it. So until then, folks, keep your head on a swivel, keep on winning, and just remember, just be better than the scumbags who greenlit this show, because god damn it, a kid got burnt, some kids drank bleach, there was only one outhouse for 40 kids, a ring of security guard. I mean, it sounds like something from like a science fiction horror novel or something. It just sounds that bad. Hey, Jimmy, you were the smartest one of them all, but hopefully someday you get that real gold star. Take care, folks.